My name is Clair Nickerson. I'm the current co-chair of the Kansas Board of Regents Open Educational Resources Committee. I'm also the Learning Initiatives and OER Librarian at Fort Hays State University. The state committee always has two co-chairs, one from a 2-year institution and one from a 4-year institution, who serve staggered 2-year terms. So also with me at the 2024 Midwestern Higher Education Compact OER Summit will be Veronica Goosey, my current 2-year co-chair from the English department at Garden City Community College. Lee Miller, our previous 2-year co-chair, Director of Innovation and Compliance for the Center for Academic Innovation and Excellence at Barton Community College. Heather McBean, our incoming 4-year co-chair, the Open Education Librarian at the University of Kansas, and hopefully a staff member from the Kansas Board of Regents Academic Affairs Office, as our previous liaison recently moved on. So a little bit of history about the KBOR OER Committee. The committee was formed in 2019, and we currently have members from 27 of the 33 Kansas Board of Regents member institutions. We formed our first action plan in 2020, and it focused on getting us off the ground. We joined the Open Textbook Network. We were looking at doing some advocacy for institutional course marking and grant programs, collecting some institutional data to get a better picture of what was going on with OER within the system, and planning a system-wide OER summit, which we had originally planned for 2020 and ended up having to move online and delaying a little bit. We are currently on our second action plan, which runs from 2022 to 2025. It focuses on developing more infrastructure, such as authoring and communication platforms, pursuing more state-level funding for OER initiatives, and providing some additional professional development opportunities. We currently have 5 subcommittees. We have our trainers subcommittee, which focuses on providing professional development for faculty and staff within the system. We have our data subcommittee, which is in charge of an annual survey of OER initiatives at our member institutions. We have our grant and legislative subcommittee, which focuses on grant opportunities and legislative requests. We have our communication subcommittee, which disseminates news from the committee and also helps to keep faculty and staff across the system in touch on OER issues. And our Gen Ed subcommittee, which is focusing on recommending OERs for our high enrollment transfer courses. We also formerly had a summit subcommittee, but that one is currently on hiatus. And our subcommittees, they do include members, not just from the main committee, but also other employees from our KBOR institutions. As I mentioned, a large part of our work focuses on providing professional development opportunities for our faculty and staff. Our past programs have included a webinar series on OER basics, of course a large number of Open Education Network faculty workshops, and a series of disciplinary roundtable discussions. We are currently working to finalize a statewide LibreText subscription to provide our faculty with tools to author and remix OERs, and we'll be providing some professional development on that once it's up and running. We also have our Gen Ed subcommittee, which is currently piloting a program in which we award a stipend to faculty experts to review and recommend OERs for our system-wide transfer courses, which are high enrollment courses in general education topics. And this spring we'll hold adoption workshops where our faculty experts for the first 5 courses we're piloting will present their recommended OERs to other faculty in their disciplines. In February of 2022, we held our first statewide OER summit with 370 registrants, mostly from Kansas colleges and universities, as you can see in the pie chart here. We are hoping to partner with the Midwestern Higher Education Compact on a regional OER summit in the future. Earlier, I mentioned our data subcommittee. Every year, they conduct a survey of Kansas Board of Regents institutions to evaluate their progress on OER initiatives. And in general, on those surveys, institutions have reported three main challenges: time, resources, and awareness. Faculty wanted time for professional development related to open education, and specifically course release time for adopting, adapting, authoring, and leading OER projects. Institutions also wanted funding for faculty stipends for those projects and OER publishing tools. And institutional OER advocates, who are the ones who filled out the survey on behalf of their institution, wanted more professional development opportunities for their faculty, more lists of recommended OERs, particularly OERs in use at other institutions, and help implementing internal data gathering for surveys of OER usage and perceptions. We are making good progress there. In 2023, 24 of the 27 responding institutions reported either having or planning an OER policy, program, or committee. Also in 2023, our Grant and Legislative Subcommittee submitted a $200,000 proposal to be included with the Kansas Board of Regents annual legislative ask in 2024. Last time our proposal didn't make it into the final ask, but we are hopeful for the upcoming round, and we asked for three main items. First, we asked for a full-time staff member for open education at the Kansas Board of Regents. Second, we'd like some ongoing funding for our LibreText subscription, which will enable us to provide branded portals for more of our institutions. And third, we asked for funding to provide grants for faculty who want to adopt or author OERs, since that's something that our stakeholders have said that they want. Some other goals that we've recently accomplished: our trainer subcommittee has identified 21 disciplinary liaisons who are faculty that are willing to provide guidance for other faculty in their disciplines who want to explore OER. Our trainer subcommittee has also held 9 disciplinary roundtable discussions and is working to offer 3 more in the spring 2024 semester. They're also planning a workshop series focused on AI-assisted authoring for open textbooks in fall of 2024. And we recently held Open Education Network faculty workshops for 192 individual participants and 8 institutional presentations. Some goals that we're currently working toward: we will hold our 2nd annual legislative showcase at the Capitol building in February of 2024 to highlight the work that the KBOR OER Committee and its member institutions have been doing in the area of open education and to lobby for our legislative funding proposal. The trainer subcommittee will lead efforts to teach our faculty and staff how to author and remix open textbooks using LibreTexts. And our communications subcommittee is working to launch a statewide OER Google group and newsletter in 2024. Some ways that we hope MEC can help: we are interested in getting more of our institutions doing some course marking work. We're also interested in more networking and collaboration across the member states, and we would be interested in looking at perhaps a state rotation of a regional summit so that we are only planning one OER conference per year and not taking on all of the work in a small group. If you have questions, contact information for our committee members is available on the Academic Affairs section of the Kansas Board of Regents website, kansasregents.org. Thank you.